Welcome to the Enjoy Hoover podcast, your guide for all things happening in our vibrant city. I'm your host, Melissa Carter, and each episode we bring you closer to the heart of Hoover. Its events, businesses, and incredible people shaping our community. Today, we are thrilled to have Mayor Frank Brocato joining us to talk about upcoming spring festivities, community initiatives, and his vision for Hoover's future. From family-friendly events to local favorites, there's so much to explore. Grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's celebrate all the reasons to love Hoover together. The weather warming up, and that means spring events are right around the corner. There is so much going on around Hoover, so here are several can't-miss events that you will want to know about. On Saturday, March 1st, the Hoover Beautification Board's annual Arbor Day celebration takes place from 8 to 11 a.m. at Aldridge Gardens. The city's community-wide Arbor Day celebration features a native species tree giveaway for residents. The event is open to the public and generously sponsored by community partners like Alabama Power, Ace Tree Services, and others. Follow the Beautification Board on Facebook or Instagram for more details. If you're a runner, don't miss the 5.56K Run Ruck Race on March 8th, benefiting the Alabama SWAT Foundation. Festivities start at 4 p.m. and the race starts at 6. Start at Brock's Gap Brewing Company, loop through the Black Creek Mountain Bike Park, and end back at the brewery. For any runner, this is the ultimate nighttime challenge. The 5.56K race offers participants the choice with a 35-pound ruck or as a team. The event will feature live music, raffles, and great company. This popular race is limited to 300 runners, so hop on over to runsignup.com to secure your spot. On April 10th, take in an evening with the Dill Pickers. The show starts at 7 p.m. at the Hoover Library Theater. Enjoy an evening of lively music and entertainment with the Dill Pickers, a vocal string band known for their unique mix of instruments and theatrical flair. From bluegrass to unexpected surprises like pianos, clarinets, and accordions, this group delivers a performance full of fun and energy. This special event is a fundraiser benefiting the Friends of the Hoover Library. Learn more at thelibrarytheater.com. Hoover's biggest party, Celebrate Hoover Day, is April 26th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Veterans Park. This family-friendly festival is filled with fun, entertainment, and community spirit, featuring a giant apple tree, complimentary food samples, and a variety of activities for all ages. Enjoy live entertainment, kids' activities, and a car show showcasing classic and unique vehicles. Celebrate Hoover Day is free to the public and a perfect way to connect with the community and enjoy a day of festivities with family and friends. Park at Spain Park High School and catch a shuttle to the park. Finally, it's time to support Hoover City Schools. On May 2nd, don't miss Derby and Dining from 6 to 9 p.m. at Orris and Oak Farm in Bluff Park. Derby and Dining, formerly known as Denim and Dining, is the Hoover City Schools Foundation's largest annual fundraiser. This casual event features live music, live and silent auctions, and dinner. Derby attire is encouraged for this fun event supporting a great cause. Learn more at hoovercsf.org/events.
We understand the frustration of trying to find the right answers in a sea of automated big bank options. That's why, for over 120 years, Union State Bank has helped thousands of individuals and businesses find the right financial solutions to achieve their goals. We're committed to building lasting and trustworthy partnerships, not meeting a monthly quota. Union State Bank, where every customer is a neighbor. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. MLO number is 421705.
Let's hear from our future interview of the week.
We are joined now by Mayor Frank Brocato of Hoover. My friend, how are you? So good to talk to you again.
Well, good afternoon. Good to talk to you guys again. I appreciate the opportunity.
Well, thank you so much for being on the podcast. You know, I mention over and over again, almost every month, how much Hoover is growing. So let's talk a little bit and maybe fill people in on the economic development of Hoover as it stands.
Well, you're right. We are really growing. It's amazing. Over 50 years now. I was talking about that this morning, how we have grown from a little small, just a little place right there on Highway 31 behind Green Valley Drugs with just a couple of thousand people to now we're we find ourselves the sixth largest city in the state. with almost 100,000 people. I think we're right at 95,000. Delivering great quality services to our citizens is important, and it takes a big number to do that. So economic development, continuing to grow our economy is certainly very important.
Well, and I love how more businesses are coming into Hoover, offering more because I'm assuming, now, Mayor, all about economic growth, but I'm assuming like you attract businesses, they come, which means they serve people, and people are more attracted to move to Hoover because the businesses are there, right? So that's how once the growth starts, it sounds like it's almost a snowball effect.
Well, it is, but here's the thing. The main purpose of government is public safety, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So we focus on that. Our city was founded on public safety. So we have a really wonderful fire department. The city was founded around the fire department, by the way. And they do a great job providing particularly emergency medical services. And then our police department, they do a wonderful job in making sure that our streets are safe. And so that is important to a lot of people. Number one, it's important to residents that are walking in their neighborhood at night or early in the morning. It's important for our business owners to know that their businesses are safe and the shopping areas are safe. It's important for those that visit our many, many parks that are located throughout the city to know that they are safe. And certainly our children, our school children, it's extremely important that they know that they are in a safe environment when they go to school each day.
Isn't that amazing how that is a concern now? I mean, I know it's always a concern, but as a parent myself of a school-age child, how much safety, the term has changed a little bit for us and our
Yeah,
children going to school, hasn't it?
sure. Yeah, it's a sad situation, but it is what it is. So we have to perform at a level that, will protect our children as best we can.
Yeah. Well, and now you mentioned public safety. Now, explain to me about Fire Chief of the Year, because I know that's a special award that's been given to someone over at Fire Station Number One.
Well, it wasn't Fire Station Number One. It was the big chief, Chief Bentley, was nominated by his peers and won the Fire Chief of the Year award, which is voted on by all of the fire chiefs in the Alabama Fire Chiefs Association. So it's quite an honor to even be nominated, to even be considered, but to win it is very special. And we're proud of him. He's not only someone that I rely on in the city, but he also is a chief that other chiefs look up to, bigger cities than ours, certainly smaller cities than ours. And he is someone that they know they can pick up the phone and get a really good, honest response from him.
Mm-hmm. Well, congratulations to him because that's fantastic. And also congratulations to Abby Stockard. I want to bring up another celebrity from Hoover, who was former Miss Hoover. Now she's Miss America. I mean, Mayor, there's
Wow,
so
I
much
know.
coming.
Yeah, I mean, we go from Miss Hoover to Miss Alabama, and now she's Miss America. What a wonderful honor for her, and certainly she honored us by the way she performed and won that prestigious award of Miss America, and we're proud of her. We had her back this past week, gave us an opportunity to just spend some quality time with her, with our council and some other members of the community at a little breakfast. It was a good time. Good time.
Mhm. Mayor Brocato, when we interview people for Enjoy Hoover, so many times they talk about the quality of life in the city, and it's about the neighbors, and it's usually business owners we talk to, and they talk about their patrons being their neighbors, and they also talk about just like I said, the quality of life, the parks, the green spaces, the public ways that people can gather and get together. So I was hoping maybe you could brag a little bit about that.
Well, sure. I mean, we focus a lot on that very subject. And when you think about our parks and our green spaces, I mean, we've got over 30 different parks throughout the city. We've got really wonderful sports facilities for our kids to come up and enjoy: softball, baseball, basketball, volleyball, lacrosse, all of those things that are important in developing their skills, not only their sports skills, but just understanding how to work as a team. We pay attention a lot to that. The Finley Center and the Hoover Met really a phenomenal facility that, again, offers all of those different activities, but also brings people in from all over the country to play different types of events as well as hold various conferences here. But all throughout our city, there are plenty of opportunities for you to go out on the weekend or some evening or what and hike along a really great trail. There's an opportunity for you, if you would like, to go out and do archery. There's an opportunity to do rock climbing. You can certainly take a canoe down the Cahaba River, fishing, canoeing. All of those things are available here in our city. Those are the things that add to a quality of life. And then you bring a really wonderful library system into it where they do just a phenomenal job of different types of cultural events that they bring. And I love how they also reach out to our city with their bookmobile where they can go into neighborhoods. Might not can get to the library, we'll bring the library to you.
Right. It's so important. Well, and you just wrapped up the Southern Voices Conference too. And I know the author of the Bridgerton book series, very hot topic, came to town. And so you really, I think, there are so many times I think that people can get, I don't know, disillusioned. I think the past few years has been hard on some people, through COVID and after COVID, and people are starting to kind of get their lives back together and try to get in some kind of routine once again.
Sure.
And so, as I always tell my son, it's like, you got to look for what's working correctly and not always point out what's working incorrectly. So, that's kind of why I wanted to talk about these things with you, because there's so much that is going on that's good in Hoover.
That's right. There is. And I don't know how long we were going today. I'm happy to tell you some projects that are going on if you have
Please.
time.
Absolutely.
I just didn't want to hoard the time, so to speak.
Mayor, honey, you're the mayor. You can take as much time as you want. I'm right here.
Well, we have focused a lot on some of our large office buildings that, before and after COVID, they were starting to lose their workforce. Mm-hmm. So throughout the city, we had many of these buildings, just like folks all our cities all across the country. So we focused very hard along 280 corridor in Meadowbrook, revitalizing that area. We've had a lot of luck. And when I say luck, I mean that we've made our own luck by going out and working hard to bring in these companies, these STEM-based types of companies, the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. Mm-hmm. Bringing those out there to that corridor, bringing that IT industry out to that corridor. And we've had a good bit of success there in helping to fill those businesses up. And then you move along again down 280 into Inverness. It was really becoming troublesome because there were probably, 8 or 10 mid-rise buildings, a lot of space that kind of fallen behind on their homeowners' dues and things of that nature. So we worked hard with the ownership to, again, bring life back to those campuses, and particularly where the Southern Company Services were. They had 3 very large buildings, and they moved to the Colonnade about 8 years ago. So we had a developer approach us. He bought those buildings, and now he's transforming that into a mixed use. He's taking those buildings, bringing doctors' offices in there, bringing other technology types of businesses, as well as accountants and lawyers. But also, adjacent to that, he will build a commercial unit and install some residential units as well. So you'll have that whole live, work, play type of campus there. So those are the things that we worked on very hard. And then you move into River Chase, the same thing. We're excited about that almost 100-acre development called Riverwalk, where we will bring in a quality ambulatory care center, a great surgery center, diagnostic center, and we'll occupy a large building on the old Regions campus. And again, that will include residential and commercial. So, what we wanted to do in that particular area, we already had a good number of healthcare types of businesses in that River Chase corridor: Blue Cross Blue Shield, BioCrest, BioHorizons. So we designated that corridor as a healthcare corridor, so to speak. And we want to recruit businesses that are in that industry And the research triangle types of businesses that you hear opening up in North Carolina, the things that you hear opening up in Huntsville. And the thing that's interesting to me is that we have one of the greatest catalysts in the world for that, and that's the University of Alabama in Birmingham in Southern research. Lots of incredible things are going on there. And so we want to have space available, and we want to be attractive to those scientists to move their companies out to River Chase, out to Hoover, if, as they grow, and not go to North Carolina, not go to Nashville or Atlanta. So those are the types of things that we're really, really working on.
Well, Mayor Frank Brocato, I mean, it's been exciting under your tenure here in Hoover, and it looks like more exciting things are coming. And we thank you so much for being a part of the podcast. And we want to also send our hellos to your lovely wife as well.
You're very kind. Thank y'all so much. And I appreciate you working with us, and all the success in the world, and call back anytime.
You got it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
You take care.
All right, you too.
If you're looking for a great hospital for great care, UAB Medical West is brand new and state-of-the-art. And recently joining their staff, Dr. Jamal Fitz, on why he chose MedWest.
Moving forward to start my practice, which was a big point for me because I did want to come back to Birmingham, given that's where I'm from. This is where my family is. Wanted to get back to that and give back to my community.
And we're glad to have you, Dr. Fitz. What is your specialty at UAB Medical West?
So I am an orthopedic surgeon who specializes in spine surgery. And a lot of people don't recognize that, but ortho does spine as well as neurosurgery. For me, I handle degenerative type of pathology, lumbar stenosis, cervical stenosis, back pain, neck pain. You can come and see me, and usually I can find something that works for you, most times in a minimally invasive type of way.
Dr. Jamal Fitz, one of more than 300 physicians at the new UAB Medical West. Comprehensive care for the entire family and designed around nature to promote an environment of wellness and healing rather than illness. UAB Medical West, just off 459 at the McCullough exit.
Blue skies, fresh cut grass, birds chirping. Do you remember this Chubbs Peterson line from Happy Gilmore? Well, that same giddiness strikes a broad spectrum of patrons when the region's tradition rolls around every year. It could very well be the only thing that produces such a forceful, captivating agent. For those of us who love taking in a round of professional golf, it doesn't get much better than seeing some of the game's best and most legendary golfers right here in Hoover. The Greystone Golf and Country Club began hosting what was once the Bruno Memorial Classic in 1992 as a way to place top-of-the-line golfers in front of starry-eyed fans and raise serious money for local charities. To date, $22 million has been infused into these Birmingham foundations, with Children's of Alabama being the primary beneficiary. Now, with secured support through 2032, the region's tradition has become a major championship of the PGA Tour champions. The 2025 field features Steve Strickner, Ernie Els, Bernard Langer, Jim Furyk, and Vijay Singh among the professionals competing for the tournament's $2.6 million purse. Meanwhile, the Drummond Company Celebrity Pro-Am will feature big names from around the state and region. Charles Barkley, Nick Saban, Kalen DeBoer, Hugh Freeze, Kirby Smart, Greg McElroy, Bo Jackson, Senator Tommy Tuberville, and country music star Riley Green will headline the Pro Tournament fun. If you desire to be part of the annual Regions tradition, or if you just want to get in close to the action, help is needed and appreciated, and the perks package is legit. Volunteers can get a polo, cap or visor, lapel pin, entry credentials for the full week, 5 guest tickets, a parking pass, 20% off at the merch tent, food and drinks provided while on shift, and 1 round of golf at Greystone for a volunteer play day post-tournament. Tickets start at just $30 for good any day grounds passes. Kids 15 and under receive free admission with a ticketed adult. All active and retired military will receive free access +1 with a valid military ID courtesy of Alabama Power. More volunteer information and tickets can be found at regionstradition.com. Hoover is ever growing, thanks in no small part to our local business owners. We want to introduce you to 2 entrepreneurs and 1 kidtrepreneur who are working for the future of our city. 36-year-old George Gilliam learned how to make pizza in the midst of the pandemic with no culinary background. His teacher, YouTube tutorials. Before 2020, he worked with the live music and entertainment industry. Because of COVID-19, he had to put it all on hold. Learning to make pizza, he launched Uncle G's Pizza. The pizzas he made that year received such positive feedback from his family and friends that he decided to begin selling them out of his house. The next thing he knew, he was raising money for a food truck. We were able to become creative and productive in ways we didn't know possible, Gilliam said. I think it's a cool thing that we're seeing a lot of businesses sort of birthed out of a dark and scary time for a lot of us. By 2021, he had 1 food truck. By 2022, he had 2. By March 2024, he had a storefront. I just felt like there was, and still is, room in Birmingham for another down-to-earth, real-life pizzeria, Gilliam said. Uncle G specializes in Detroit-style pizza, which is thicker than traditional pizza, but light and fluffy on the inside. Recently, they started selling New York-style pizza, which is thin and crispy. To Gilliam, these are essential comfort foods. Follow them on Instagram and Facebook or visit in person at 1851 Montgomery Highway in the plaza at River Chase. 36-year-old Emil Hughes founded Ride BHM in hopes of making Birmingham a place where everyone wants to be. Ride BHM is a mountain biking park for riders of all ages. When launching this business in 2022, Hughes made history by introducing the first and so far only dedicated downhill mountain biking park in Alabama. When I started working on the concept a year prior, it was really in the thick of COVID, Hughes said. And you know, there were a lot of things you couldn't do. But what you could do was mountain biking. The park has 20 different trails to choose from and 76 different jumps. You can choose to purchase a day pass or a membership, which will grant you access to the park during operational hours. Hughes wants Ride BHM to be like an engine, drawing visitors to the city and branding Birmingham as a place where people can have a great experience. We're not here to make profit, Hughes said. We're here to make an impact. Ride BHM is not just for experienced riders, it's for anyone who wants to have fun. Grab your friends and head to the park, but don't forget to wear your helmet. Now, let's meet 2 high school entrepreneurs. 14-year-old Lily Mathis already has her own small business. It's called Lily's Little Bakes, and it all started with some macarons. During COVID, I learned how to make French macarons with my mom, and we have been making them ever since, Mathis said. I decided that other people might love our macarons and we should share them. Lily's Little Bakes also sells cookies, cakes, and other baked goods upon request. One day, when she is older, she wants to open her own bakery in Bluff Park. Mathis said it can be challenging being young and having a business because people typically would rather buy from adults. However, she hasn't let this hinder her. I'm beneficial to the city of Hoover because it is always fun to see kids and teens creating and sharing their passions with other people to enjoy. And that is what I'm trying to do with my treats, Mathis said. 14-year-old Bryce Mentzer has been restoring and renovating mailboxes since he was 9 years old. With his company, Mentzer's Mailbox Renovations, he just wants to pay it forward. The mailbox renovations business was passed to me by another family member when their son left for college, Mentzer said. Being able to pick up where he left off was such a huge help in my success, and I want to do the same for the next young entrepreneur. Mentzer said the biggest challenges in running his business are Mother Nature and time management. Mailbox painting is an art and may only be accomplished in perfect weather conditions, and the wind and humidity determine his start times. After his days as a freshman at Hoover High School taking advanced courses, he plays baseball and wrestles. Despite the challenges of running a business so young, Mentzer remains dedicated. He believes in his craft and the importance of a nice-looking mailbox, as it is a home's first impression. He has learned about time and money management as well as work ethic. I am really thankful to all who have supported me as a young entrepreneur, Mentzer said.
For over 50 years, Jefferson State Community College has been a beacon of education in the greater Birmingham area. With a commitment of quality, convenience, and personal attention, we've helped over 15,000 students annually achieve their goals. Offering 120 university transfer programs, 33 career programs, and countless certificates across 4 campuses and online, we're one of the largest community colleges in the state. At Jefferson State, we believe in accessible, economical education. Find Find your place at Jefferson State. Explore our programs and let us help you accomplish your vision. Visit jeffersonstate.edu today. Explore our site and discover how Jefferson State can help you find your place. Your journey starts here.
The Pink Tulip, a locally owned and well-loved boutique for women, opened a new storefront in Hoover at the Grove in October. Originally founded in 1986, the Pink Tulip's mission has always been to build confidence in women through their clothing choices. Letty and Hadley Algren, a mother and daughter, run both Pink Tulip storefronts in Hoover and Homewood. The mother, Letty, founded the store because she was inspired by her own mother's selflessness. After working as a buyer at a department store, she decided she wanted to create her own space where women could come first. To her, the boutique is a way to connect with women of all ages in the area and help them find clothing they feel good in. To Letty, Birmingham feels small despite its large size because of the community here. Hadley, her daughter, majored in fashion retailing at the University of Alabama. Once she graduated, she knew the Pink Tulip was where she belonged. She brought many new ideas and a fresh perspective to the boutique and was able to market the store in a new way through social media. She and her mother worked hard to create a website and an app to allow customers to browse and buy at home, which they still update regularly. The website allows you to filter through what you wish to see, which makes it easy to shop from home. Visitors can click through tabs such as bestsellers, teacher approved, and under $50. The duo knows shopping can be a stressful endeavor, and that is why they took care to hire encouraging and attentive staff members. Upon walking through the door, you will undoubtedly be greeted by sharply dressed women with warm smiles. The Pink Tulip offers clothing in a range of styles, reflecting the taste of women in all generations. Letty and Hadley try on every single item of clothing before they put it up for sale to ensure their customers can be happy with their selections. If their customers get complimented in their clothing, then they are doing something right. The clothing in their store is classy yet fun, and their storefronts reflect that. Seasonal decorations and sweet scents of perfume fill the room, and the clothing is color-coded for an eye-appealing experience. Thanks for listening to the Enjoy Hoover podcast. For even more information about Hoover and what's happening, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. All rights reserved.